Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and I want to go over the first 9 slides of your final presentation. This is what we're going to be putting together all year long. It's going to be about 60 slides when we're done or so. We're going to break this up into several Google slide decks, and then at the end we'll put it all together to make your final presentation. So how we're going to start with this is you're going to come up with a working title for your project, and you're also going to introduce the people on your team. Okay. The next part is history and background. Think about, did we do a little bit of research about finding other people that said this is a problem? Also, you've done some research at this point, so you should be able to speak to the history and background of why the problem you're tackling is indeed a problem. You will have your final refined problem statement, and this is going to be your working problem statement all year long. So if you get lost along the way, go back and revisit your problem statement. Remember what you're trying to solve. You will have 5 slides about justification, and this is really giving me an APA reference, the title of the work, and then how that piece supports your problem or your attack plan. And I'll show you an example in just a moment. And then the last part of this is the final attack plan diagram. I had you guys brainstorm as much as you could. I want you to find several pieces that support how you're going to approach this problem and why it's a problem worth solving. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. So this is the project that Mr. Lundberg, Mr. Stapleton, and I put together during our training for teaching this class. So we have a working title and our team name, our team members, and then I have this little icon that shows up throughout my presentation. You can ignore the chicken for now. All right, the first slide that we have after this is the history and background. So I put my problem statement here. You can really summarize that right there if you want, or even skip that because you're going to have your problem statement in a little bit, but you're going to provide facts and establish a need for the solution. And notice that here I've got some numbers, and I list some of the problems that need to be solved. So this is an example of history and background. Again, you've done this work. This is our final problem statement. It needs to be about this long, and it needs to answer everything. So in this example, since the domestication of chickens, feed management for residential chicken farmers has been a primary concern. Approximately 70% of the cost of raising chickens is allocated to feed, and issues regarding access to feed and moisture control contribute to unhealthy fowl in backyard chicken environments. So that's the problem we're trying to solve. Okay. And let's look at the justifications. I want you to do this a little bit differently. So what I would like to see is you're going to show, this is my first justification. You put your APA reference right there. That's the same. I want this little content here to focus in on what this resource says that supports your problem or your attack plan. So because when you're using this in a presentation, you're going to be saying, here's our first justification, and you need to be able to say, these people say this is a problem right here, and be able to elaborate on that. So really you're throwing out, here's some justification for the problem. It's just not me saying this, it's other people that are saying this, and how it's a problem or how it establishes your attack plan. So these were, for our presentation, this was too wordy. You really need concise, to the point. This is how it fits in, how this work supports your problem. That's what I want to see there. And you need to have 5 of those. So if you're working with a partner, go through and choose your 5 best justifications. And then you're going to take that attack plan, and it needs to look kind of like this when you're done. So what you need to do is have a very brief description of your problem, what the heart of the problem is really all about. And then we talked about the different approaches. So we tackled health and safety, economics, and technological problems. And we were able to speak about each one of these: sanitation, moisture and mold control, spilled feed and rodents, and feed spills be costing money, and excessive access where other things are eating the food all the time. And then right here we had technological problems like moisture and rodent proofing and cleaning. One of the things we found in our surveys is that there is a big need for a goat-proof chicken feeder. So, and also notice it's just not us listing these. For each one of these points, we have an APA reference. It's a lot to fit on one slide, but this is just establishing that you have a solid attack plan that establishes that this truly is a problem, and that's what you're going to produce for me. So with this information in hand, you should be able to go develop the first 9 slides that you need: the title, establish your history and background of your problem, provide your clear and edited problem statement, your 5 best justifications along with APA references, and your final attack plan diagram with supporting APA references. That's what you need to produce. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.